Hello everyone, my name is Hordi Glen Gogaho, and here we're going to discuss affixation in morphology midterm test. More precisely, we're going to talking about the definition of affixation, the function, and the kind of affixes. So let's see. What is affixes actually? So affixes is a morpheme. Bound morpheme, which would it being attached only to morphemes like root, stem, or base. And affixes are kind of morpheme that can be attached at the beginning, in front of the word, in the middle, and at the end. Or actually, it can be both at the beginning and or at the end of a word. So when affixes are added at the beginning of word, it called prefixes. And if you add it at the end, it calls suffixes. And the process of attaching morphemes is called affixation. Here have some example, like unhappy. An is a bound morpheme. So if it attached to happy, it become it's the process of affixation, because an is attached in front of the word. It's called prefix. And here happiness is the nest is morpheme. It's a bound morpheme, and it's attached to the end of the word, so it's called suffixes. And unhappiness, it's attached in the front and at the end of the word happy, so it can be both, right? So about this we going to talk later. What is called when it's uh, attached in front of the word and in the end of the word. And okay, what is the function of affixes? So the function is to create a new word of new word or new meaning of a word, derivationally, or change its grammatical function inflectionally. As an illustration, the word comfortable can be if we added the prefix "and," it will turns out into new word and carry the new meaning as well. Uncomfortable, from the word comfortable, means kenyamanan, and if we add a prefix "an," it become uncomfortable, means ketidaknyamanan. So it's have a it great new meaning as well. And here is another example of inflectionally its grammatical function. I mean, it affixes change in its grammatical function. We have the word walk here. It's a simple present, and if we add the suffix et, it become walked and becomes simple past. You understand, like it's changed the grammatical form, not the not create a new meaning of a word, but it's create the new grammatical. Simply, the function is to form or create new word or new meaning of a word, or is to change the grammatical function, or actually it's derivational or inflectional function. And here we have the kinds of affixes. Here we have prefixes and suffixes. At least it's the most common affixes in English. And we have two more affixes, but let's just focus on prefixes and suffixes at first. So what is prefixes? Prefixes is type of affixes that add that in the beginning of a word. And when it attached to a word to a morpheme, the meaning also changes. Like here we have the kinds of prefix. A negative prefix is a prefix that added to indicate a kind of negative meaning of the word. For example, we have a miss, ill, this, im, in, non, etc. Like pronouns, if we add prefix mis, become mispronounced, and the meaning is wrong at pronounce something. Also active, if we add prefix non, the meaning also changes in the meaning also changes, like it is something that isn't working. Here we have a relationship prefix like pre, trans, intra, intro, etc. Like request, if we add a prefix pre-request, means before request. From the base word request, if we add a pre-request, the word it would carry new meaning. That means before request. And form, if we add a prefix trans, become transform, and the new meaning uh, from the from the best form, the best is a form means bentuk, and become transform, like transformasi means turning into something. And also we have a group, intra-group, that means in occur something occurring into only in that group. Inspective become introspective. And we have a number prefix like mono, do, three, quad, penta. And here we have the word monopoly. A poly become monopoly. Plicate become duplicate, means from plicate, and we add a do prefix, become the meaning you duplicate something, you double something. And angle, if we add prefix triangle, that means three, like literal three angle, like three-sided. You see three-sided. And lingual become quadrilingual, means the master of four language. Like quad prefix quad means four, and tonic become pentatonic, that means five note. And continues to the suffixes. So what is suffixes? Suffixes is a type of affixes that added at the end of a root or word. And there are two types of suffixes. It's a derivational suffix and inflectional suffix. So what is means with derivational and inflectional suffix? Let's see. So with the add of derivational suffix at the end of a certain word, and it's explain or it determine the part of speech or the part of speech, it's called derivational suffix. And if the with the added of suffix at the end of the word, and form the grammatical function without changing the word classes, it's called inflectional suffix. So let's talk about the reflectional suffix first. So the reflectional suffix, we have first noun suffix. You can see here the example of the reflectional suffix. There's a lot of noun suffix here, and to it's like the example of to form from the word from other classes into noun classes suffix. Like we have the word kind is an adjective. If we had the derivative suffix ness, and it become kindness and become noun. So it's the classes, it changes and also carry the new meaning. Here we have adjective suffix, and we have the example of the original suffix here. And here we also have the word drink in the form verb. If we added the word at the suffix able, it will be drinkable, and the word classes changes into adjective. And we have the verb suffix. Here we have the verb suffix, the example of the original verb suffix. And here we have the word sharp is an adjective, and if we add the suffix en, it will become serpent, and the word classes become also changes, will become verb. And so it's verb suffix. And the last one is adverb suffix. Here the example of the reflectional suffix, like everfold, il ly, ly, place what were wise. Here we have the word, for example, we have the word honest is an adjective. If we added the suffix ly, it will become honestly, and the word class changes into adverb. Next, we have an inflectional suffix, is like as. So as if we added it to a noun, if we like indicate to a plural, and if we add it to a verb, is it will be explained that the subject is third singular person. Here we have the example like spoon. If we add a s uh, as suffix, it was spoons, like explain that there is a lot of spoons. So and here we have a verb call, and if we add a suffix calls, it means the subject is third singular person, like he, she, or it. And we have the inflectional suffix ing. If we added if we added this suffix, is to indicate that the action is progressive or continuous. For example, like presenting, flying, and er. If we add it to adverb or adjective, it will be explained a comparative form, like better, harder. Yes, like the est. If you add it to adverb or adjective, it will be explained the superlative form, like the smartest, the fastest, the most, etc. And it is the third, like the other kinds of affixes. It called infix. Infix is type of affixes that attach in the middle, or attach or inserted in the middle of a word or root, like mothers in law. And circumfix is a type of affix that surrounded the word, or it's placed at the start, at the beginning, and at the end of a root or word. For example, like unhealthiness, indifferently, immortality, like the unhappiness, like the first slide before, etc. And in conclusion, affixes is a band of morpheme that adding to a word or root, whereas there are several kind of affixes such as prefixes that added at the beginning of a word. Suffixes are added at the end of a word as the most common affixes, and infixes and circumfix are the less common of affixes. And affixation is a call for the process of adding a morpheme to a word or root. So I think that's it from me, and thank you very much for watching. I am Hordi Glen Gogaho, and see you next time.